analgesic pain-killing tablet. Okay, the tablets are sold in packets. On the packet, it states that each tablet contains 500 milligrams of active ingredient. The random variable X represents the amount in milligrams of the active ingredient in each tablet. It is known that X is normally distributed with mean 504, 504.7 and variance is 16. So first question, show that probability for X is greater than 500 is 0.8800, correct to 4 decimal places. Okay. So the question here, they have given us a tablet that contains 500 milligrams of active ingredient, and mean is given as 504.7 and variance, okay, is 16, so therefore standard deviation is 4. Okay, so if I draw that bell curve, it's going to look like that. So mu is 504.7 and standard deviation is 4. So from there we can find out whether that the probability greater than 500 is 0.8800. Okay, first of all, find the z-score. So z equals to 500 minus 504.7 over mu, which is 4. Okay, so if I use calculator, I'm getting negative 1.175. So to find the negative z or phi of negative z score is 1 minus the phi of z, okay, or the z score, because I'm using MF19. So this is how we have to do. So 1 minus the phi of 1.175 will be the answer. So let's look at that. So using MF19, it's so okay, the area that I've gotten is 1 minus 0.8800, okay, because it's on the left, but since that would be X is less than 500, not greater, less than 500 for 1 minus 0.8800, which is 0.12. But the question here is X is greater than 500, therefore the answer is 0.8800. Okay, so if you use MF19, you got to be very careful that your area that you're getting is, you need to minus, okay, because it's on the left, this side. Okay, so that's the area that you're getting. Okay, so I have to minus to get the area, but that's not the area that I want. The question requires to find more than 500. So if it's more than 500, we find the area to the right. So it's it's just 0.8800. You don't have to minus that. It's just 0.8800. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, now the next question is, calculate the probability that in random sample of 10 tablets, at least 9 contains more than the amount of active ingredient stated on the packet. Okay, out of randomly selected 10 tablets, 9 contains more than. So this is binomial distribution. Okay, so P equals to part 2, so P equals to 0.8800. So therefore Q equals to 0.12. So out of 10, 9 should have contains more than the amount. Okay, more than the amount. So P is 8.88. Okay, so probability for X greater than equals to 9. Okay, the question is they want at least 9. So if it's at least 9, so 9 and more. Okay, nothing less than that. So to do this, we have to find 10C9, okay, times by 0.88 to the power of 9 times by 0.12 to the power of 1 plus 10C10, 0.88 to the power of 10 times by 0.12 to the power of 0. And the answer that I'm getting here for this is 0.37977 plus 0.278,50097, and when I add those two, the answer is 0.6583. Okay, so that's the answer for the second question. Okay, and finally the third question: use a suitable approximation to find probability that in a random sample of 100 tablets, at least 90 contains more than the amount stated on the packet. Okay, 90 contains more than the amount stated on the packet. Okay, so I'll just do it here. Okay, part 3. What is the n value? N is 100. Okay, and P is 0.88. So mu equals to NP, which is 100 times by 0.88, and the value is 88. And standard deviation is square root of NPQ, which is 100 times by 0.88 times by 0.12, and the answer is square root of 10.56. Okay, I'll just leave it as square root of 10.56 for now. Okay, and the question here: use approximation, find the probability that in a random sample of 100 tablets, at least 90, so we have to find at least 90. So this is continuous. Okay, continuous term, variable. Okay, for continuous variable, okay, it's a measurable variable, so therefore we have to approximate. So now they want us to find at least 90, so it should be 90 and more. So what is your lower bound over here? Okay, this is 90, so the lower bound should be 89.5, and the upper bound should be 90.5. Okay, lower bound is 89.5 and upper bound is 90.5. So the question here requires us to find at least 90, and this is mu is 88, that's the mean. So at least 90 should be maybe somewhere here and more. So that's the region that I'm looking at. So for approximation, okay, since it's 90 and it's towards right, so I have to choose not the upper bound 90.5, but I have to choose the lower bound for 90, which is 89.5. so use that. So find the z-score using 89.5 minus 88 over the standard deviation, which is 10.56, square root of 10.56, and use the calculator to find this. Okay, 0.461591, and that's the answer. Okay, so that's for 89.5 onwards, okay, or approximation for 90 and beyond. But now the area that I've gotten here is towards left. Okay, it's towards left. So look at, we have to find the phi of this to find the area. So phi of 0.4615931 will give me the probability. Okay, will give me the probability for x is greater than equal to 90. Okay, so phi of that is, okay, let's use MF19. Okay, it's 0.6779. Okay, so that's 89.5, so 0.6779. So since MF19, okay, MF19 gives me, oops, sorry, MF19 gives me the area, okay, since MF19 gives me the area towards left, so the area that I've gotten 0.6779 is the area towards left, the blue color, towards the left of 90, okay, or 89.5, okay, but that's not the area that I want. Okay, I want the area more than 90, so it should be the green color over here. This is the area that I'm looking at, so I have to just minus 1 minus 0.6779, and the answer is 0.3221. So therefore the answer for greater than 90 and approximate normal using approximation of normal distribution is probability is 0.3221.